What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And we're off from Jacksonville. Here comes Williams on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try it right with Brown. This is ahead for about 5. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They'll run again with Brown. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Oh, baby, that was sweet. They popped him before he could even get started on that return.
Imagine running down the field, navigating all those guys that want to block you. You get free, and I'm sure part of these guys on this punt coverage team, Kate, are wondering, is he going to wave his hand? Is it going to be a fair catch? Was it all for naught? No, it was not. And they get a chance to lay the wood, and they deliver.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 29. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Putting a receiver in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Burrow to the air now. Cut out left. And he gets him around 6 there. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Here's Brown again. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Brought in right side. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. A big play. 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. There he goes on the right side. At the 20. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. After the pick, here's Burrow again. His running back hauls it in deep right. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 22. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time.
Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at 1st down here. A give left side to Brown. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He'll get this to ETN. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. All set up now for 1st and 10. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They go right back to ETN. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and just 2 to go. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll run, ETN. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Cut near the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
ETN. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And that's good for a gain of 5. Hauled down by Andrew Wingert. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here's 2nd and 5. Short pass caught by his tight end. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New set of downs for him at the 38. From the gun, a give to Brown. He'll cobble together a yard there. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. On the move, headed right. Got his target, it's Higgins. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. That puts us at the 2-minute warning. The Bengals with an extra moment to decide whether to go for it or not. Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That goes as a punt of 43 yards. And it'll be Jaguars football. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Higgins makes the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
Here we go.
Burrow back to throw. Called in by Gray. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. And they're going to throw. No spike. Trying to catch him off guard. And that one falls incomplete. An unexpected call, but it does not get the better of them defensively. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Completes this one to Gray. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Jaguars take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's completed right side. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. He keeps it himself. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Jaguars will add to their lead at the end of the half. Little Tex on the extra point. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Burrow setting up the play action. Diving right side, got it! And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
He lets one fly deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a first and 10. They'll come out throwing. ETN on the catch. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's second and 2. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. But still plenty of options left on third and short.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. That's caught for the first. And he's gonna go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Misfire there, couldn't connect.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
That's good for 7 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down. ETN again. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up second and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They give up the gun to Bigsby. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. They'll throw it. He's got it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue.
And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21. On now is Cook to kick this away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. That's Bigsby. He's got it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Simply put, Kate, I mean, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards, that's some pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Looking to the air here. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again. On now is Cook to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pass taken in by Burton. They'll have him gain up about a handful there. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. And wait, what's this? They fake the spike. And they aren't fooled by that fake spike. They kept charging and got there to take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Here we go.
Trying for it with Burrow. He's on the move. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Jaguars take over as he records his 10th career INT. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars lengthen the lead at the end of the third. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars continue piling onto this lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
First down, Burrow to throw. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So it's second down coming up.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And things look tougher now with third and long.
On one, ready? 11.
Looking to throw Burrow. And they pick him off again. Foye Oluwakin with the pick. And the Jaguars take over as he records his 10th career INT.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Dax Hill up for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the run, it's Etienne. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. Cooper going to motion over left. 3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Etienne on 1st down. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And pass caught by Strange. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars throwing 6 more on the blowout. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
On now is Cook to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
That's cut beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Offense up to the line fast. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Offense to the line for 2nd down. To throw again, it's Burrow. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals putting up points in a game decided. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Justin Simmons. And the Bengals take possession of the football.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Hauled in by Gray. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, Tate. 11.
And they fake the spike. They're going to throw it. And they aren't fooled by that fake spike. They kept charging and got there to take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Bengals just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Gun. Gun.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. This one taken in by Chase. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They've got to keep moving quick here. On 1st down, here's Burrow. He brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
11-90.
Burrow from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
1-1, ready?
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal.
12.
Burrow out of the shotgun. And that'll chip away some of this near the end. It's caught for a touchdown. The Bengals making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Has it at the 11. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a short gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Now a carry by ETN. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.